Listen, if you're in e-commerce and you're not focused on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, then you're not in e-commerce, okay? So it's been time to be focused on it. If you're kind of like, man, it's coming up, I don't know what to do, Rob's going to give you a couple of really strong tactics that you can do ASAP, or at least ideas that you can tell your team to start implementing so you can get ready for that when the time comes.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, if you're not prepping for Black Friday, or if you haven't prepped yet, like now is the time to actually start doing it. And if this is your first rodeo for Black Friday, this might be a lot of info, but I want to make sure that you guys get the value out of listening to the podcast because we appreciate every single one of you. And Black Friday and Cyber Monday is a big deal. And really just the entire Q4 is a big deal. And so the current frameworks and strategies that we use have allowed us to generate a lot of money during this time. And, you know, these big platforms, even like direct-to-consumer brands, they do billions of dollars in just the span of a few days since everyone's ready to spend. So from a D2C perspective, from an e-commerce perspective, and when I say D2C, I mean your Shopify store, there are four main components to really making sure that your Black Friday and Cyber Monday is leveraged. And we're going to talk about first, from your owned media channels, so from email and SMS, all the way through into your paid media. And the reason why we want to start with the owned side is because that's the blood, sweat, and tears and the hard work that you guys have already been putting in. And there's a way that you can frame these individuals to actually come back for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So when it comes to email and SMS marketing, hopefully you're not just being transactional, saying, hey, here's a discount code, here's a discount code, here's a discount code. And so that the list is actually somewhat engaged with what you have. If they are not, now is a great time to start doing that, in which that you can spark a new exclusive private club. And that new private club is by an additional opt-in. So if you are doing an email or an SMS blast to these individuals, you essentially just say, hey, with the holidays coming up around the corner, we want to give the best exclusive deals to our best clients or our best customers, right? And you can frame that however you want with your brand or with your products. But if you have that come from the founder or from the brand face, that's going to go a long ways, and you guys are going to be able to get a reactivated list that is interested in what this offer is. You don't tell them what the offer, you don't tell them this discount, you don't tell them any of that stuff, but you get them reactivated, and that's from what you've currently already spent money on. Once you have them into that list, and let's say you do this now when you are listening to the episode and you have about a month until Black Friday, you want to constantly drip over that month, generating the excitement, leaving emotional imprints along the way to get them to actually participate in the Black Friday sale. So a great way to do this is to send memes, is to send screenshots, is to send funny videos, is to tell them about what's going on, how long you've been working on this offer, or how long you've been working on this project. And this is where, depending on the brand, you can start taking personal photos. You can take photos of the warehouses, create that hype, but also do it in a comedic way as well. And if you start to interweave that, it gives some personality and emotional imprints to all the ads that they're going to get hit with on those holidays. You're going to want to stand out. And so you have that time to build that emotional connection. The second thing is, if they subscribe on the SMS list, you don't want to blow that up like crazy. You want to do maybe those texts once or twice a week. Twice a week is going to be pushing it until you get to like the week of, where you can start sending them a text every single day. But create a reason why they should wait till the next text. So instead of selling them always on the hype of the sale, sell them to the next stage. So 7 days until Black Friday, day 7, we have a raffle. On 7 days out, someone's going to win this. Next day, someone's going to win this. So you have to be on this list in order to be considered as part of the raffle. Like, give them some sort of reason to be there and to check for your notifications. Build that habit. And then once that Black Friday and Cyber Monday drop actually happens, then that's when you send a blast out to those individuals. And that's what keeps them retained, not just from an engagement level, but from an attention and an intention and an attention basis. Because when you start to run your paid media, which we'll talk about in a sec, they're already engaged here, and you can retarget those people with the different offers, creatives, and ads and everything that maybe they hadn't seen just yet. So that's a really, really cool way to, again, reactivate a list that you currently have. When it comes to paid media and getting new people into that ecosystem, you want to drill out your main offers. And when I say your main offers, the best things that perform during Black Friday and Cyber Monday are typically bundles. If you're selling some sort of CPG product or selling some sort of a consumable, those are typically the best ways to increase the average order value, is by doing the boyfriend kit, the girlfriend kit, the Christmas kit, the mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa's kit, whatever it is. Come up with these kits that make it easy for them to buy, so that when they come to your store, they're only doing a one-stop shop when it comes to your product line, right? They have all these other people that they can go with, but if they go with you, you want to solve all of their needs, or the needs that they would have if they're trying to buy this for their spouse, etc., right? So if you build these kits, that's where you want to run the traffic to when it comes to cold traffic. And what I mean by that is, if you have 4 different kits, you want all of the targeting, all of the paid media that is going for people with spouses or people with grandparents or whatever the case is. You want all of that media to be contextual, videos, graphics, copy, etc. Contextual meaning targeting those particular people to go to those pages. And you want to separate it out by those links, because you're going after multiple different people. You're going after different buying intents, why they're actually buying things. And that will allow you to have clean, segmented data, because Q4 is the Olympics for e-commerce brands. So after the season, you want to be able to reflect and look back of what was working, what wasn't. And by segmenting that out, that allows you to get that data. And so once you drive traffic there, everything else that's based off of retargeting with your paid media, retargeting on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, etc., can be based off of what they saw on those pages. And that's from the email and SMS stuff that we just talked about, and the cold media. And if you are doing a good job at reactivating your list, the 2 things you would have to focus on is your retargeting segmentations and that offer, because that is really what's going to keep people there. And if they didn't buy right away, well, you have all the retargeting that's going on, and that's really going to help them actually come back and buy, because they're going to get hit with a bunch of ads. So those are just some of the tactics that we've done from a basis of the psychology of like how we think of things and where we want to maximize the revenue and the activations. And really, when it comes to the creative for all these other promotions that you're doing, make sure it's vibrant, make sure it stands out. People are going to get hit with a bunch of different ads. It's really easy to get blended in with different creators, that the videos didn't have high contrast or the graphics weren't popping out of the platform. So really start to think of how can you stand out to get the attention, to then also, again, put that in the retargeting and put that into the deeper parts of your funnel. So I hope that gives you some perspective, again, of the reactivation and cold and the retargeting media, because that's what's allowed us to make Black Friday and Cyber Mondays multiple 6 figures, even close to 7-figure days, just from doing product drops and reactivations. So with that said, guys, hope that provided a lot of value. Have a killer Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and get after it. Talk soon.